Greetings, folks, and welcome to the channel. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the Casual Collector. And in this segment of 1/12 scale military action figure takes, I am showcasing Action Force, Valaverse Action Force Rollout. I believe he's from series 2, season 2. Yeah, series 2. Um, Here's a box art. So, full disclosure, when I was first getting into G.I. Joe Classified, I stumbled across Valaverse um, figs in the YouTube algorithm. I was like, what are these? I didn't know that I didn't understand what 1/12 scale and all this other stuff was until I saw that. I was like, oh, okay. It put me in the rabbit hole. And I was like, I got to check this Valaverse thing out, this Action Force thing out. Saw Analog Toys video on Action Force from before, and it was just kind of cool to see Action Force again, but I was kind of confused because I was like, well, we're like the Palatoy related stuff. I didn't know the complicated history, right? But Rollout and Duster were my first two. Okay. Those were my very first two figures, and I figured finally I'm just gonna do a video on them. Um yeah, here's what it looks like. So Rollout. File name, Seams, Gregory R. Seams, primary specialty, 11 Alpha Infantry. So Alpha, I believe the designation is for officer. Um, Secondary skills, 2 Bravo Air Assault and 5 Quebec Pathfinder. That's the identifier. You know, most infantry officers have to go through all of this, especially post 2000, if I can remember correctly. Everyone got to go to Ranger School, Airborne, Air Assault, all of that. You'd look like a fool as an officer if you didn't attend all of these leadership, high speed, classes, right? So yeah, it looks like he was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Rank, and affiliation, First Lieutenant, Action Force. Gregory Seams enlisted in the Army the day after graduating high school. He qualified for a college scholarship but entered the ROTC program on a 6-year enlistment. While in college, he attended basic combat training at Fort Benning, Georgia, his first summer, followed by airborne school his next. See, told you, airborne, even though it's not up here, he's going to go to airborne school, Fort Benning, home of the airborne and infantry. He set his sights on becoming a ranger. See, told you. And upon graduating, that's exactly what he did. His time in the 75th was cut short due to the fall of the Union, and after the splintering of the country, Seams found himself looking for a better way to serve. The service name in the form of private security for a republic governor. After a skirmish took the life of this governor, Rollout was again in need of work. When Action Force was formed, Rollout was one of the few at the top of the recruitment list. Although he tended to butt heads with other team members, it did not stop Rollout from being one of the best at carrying out a mission. Rollout quickly became a senior ranking member of Action Force. I have not read the comics, so or any of the other media for this, so I'm just going off with what's in the back of these cards, right? All right, so let's check them out. Let me pull him out of the box real quick. Oh. Yeah. He comes with the standard stuff that comes with all Action Force figs, the stand, bunch of different hands, 6 extra in addition to what he already has, extra head, his Kevlar nods, and his scar. That's what his weapon is. The scar. Okay, take him out real quick. Oh, let's get his helmet Kevlar out too. And the nods, might as well. But yeah. I was pretty excited to get them because I was like, I want to see what this Action Force thing is all about. See, what's the main difference in quality, size, all of that stuff with GI Joe. And yeah, I noticed a huge difference in the type of plastic slash um, joints and everything, and different accessories included. So yeah, it comes with a tracker knife. Put it in here. His sidearm. It's kind of. I noticed that of the like with the people like Condor and Blowback, they have they have a tendency to have different colored pants from their top versus the rest of the troop builders that usually have all the different, usually solid color. But yeah, he comes with that vest and some magazines. Um, yeah. So we have an officer here. But give him the scar. Him and it looks like him and Condor are both scar equipped with scars. Kind of cool. Kind of like his head sculpt. Really cool. Let's see here. Trying to give him a good pose, but the problem is with any weapon holder, you have to go with traditional style. Well, you don't have to, but my natural tendency is to try to hold your weapon the way it's supposed to without flagging anyone. Joints are a little bit on the stiff side, and it's cleverly got the modified extra handle kit. Unless scars normally have, don't have this and not. You're wrong, but yeah, here you go. There you go. Looking good. Let me lower it so you guys can see better. Yeah. I like the way he looks. I like his beige pants, gray themed uh, uh, Molly pack, and his holster. Pretty cool. Um, he's got short sleeves so they can show off his arms. My only big issue with this is that it's hard to use his top as a buck for Steel Brigade, but his pants would look good for Steel Brigade. Yeah. Hang on. Let me see if I can. There you go. Yeah, it looks good. Looks great. Yeah, it doesn't come with a backpack or anything, but here with his buddy, his senior ranking officer in Action Force Condor, with his Kevlar. They're both carrying scars, right? And here we got Blowback to go with it. So now they're ready to go, together. I love how they look like they can all do things together. The only problem is, well, I mean, realistically speaking, this is what they're supposed to in combat, in the military, in real life. This is kind of what they would actually look like and dress like. They would all kind of be more uniform and stuff. So I don't really have a gripe about them being, too similar, because yeah, definitely roll the sleeves up versus here it's sleeves down, just like below back here. So kind of cool. I kind of regret not being, having, got into this sooner, because Trigger and a couple other characters are going for a wild amount of money that I'm not comfortable with spending just yet. I need to continue to add to the funds before I can, start getting trigger money, or just serendipitously end up in a situation where I can have, there's sales for these. But yeah, you'll notice that for the most part they all got the same kind of gear. His boots are different. I love it. I love that his boots are more on the traditional side, right? Traditional gray. But the vests are pretty much the same between him and Condor. Only difference is he's got the Union Jack, and he has nothing. General Hawk trying to hide. And of course, this guy Blowback has the vest that comes with most of the loadouts for the regular uh, army troopers and stuff, army builders. Yeah, but for the most part, just a little bit of mix match, hodgepodge of different parts, but overall the same. The pants, the thighs are definitely the same. Knee pads the same. Just the boots are obviously different. Um, Molly pack. In this case, this is ammo. So yeah, you can see a couple of different accessories: scar, and you know, uh, M4. So cool. Final thoughts on this fig. I love it. I just wish that I'd watched if they did a movie of this, a show or something, so I can become more invested in these characters. But I'm just going back, on aesthetics of the toy and what the card says. I've never read the comics, so I just don't have any real connection to these guys other than just looks. And because of that, and there's no fiction that I've read in my mind. These guys are just make good background characters for Joes, like General Hawk. In case GI Joe messes up, hey, y'all tripping, you guys get captured, I'm getting Action Force to to pick up the your sorry slack. So GI Joe classify, you guys better get on your job and do it well, or else I got Condor and Rollout and Blowback to come save your sorry buns. So oh, I know, guys, normally I would swear, but I'm trying to become better at this, because swearing is, yeah, not very YouTube friendly. But yeah, I like Rollout. He's since he's an officer, I feel like he should be hanging out with Condor as his XO. Here's the CO, company commander, and his executive officer. And then we got the specialist here. All right, folks. Well, final thoughts. Yeah, again, I'll even though these most of the Action Force stuff is just reused mix match parts and stuff, I don't get tired of the formula. I haven't gotten tired of the formula yet. They look great, and looking forward to the next series 5, and well, of course, series 4 when it comes. But I already pre-ordered all of my goods, just waiting for it to come in, and can't wait till series 5. So we get these new parts allegedly that um, Bobby Vala and them did. All right, folks, that's all I got for this segment of 1/12 scale military action figure takes, the Valaverse Action Force um, rollout. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector. And until the next episode, folks, ciao.